hard. All right. Welcome, everybody. Oh, how did this get here? Someone was drawing here. Who was it? Was Harry here? I missed him. I mean, he left the pen cap off. It's going to go dry. I think it's already going dry. Looks like he was starting to draw something. Maybe we'll use that little bit of a drawing there today. Hello, everybody. Good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week. Did you practice your drawings? Did you practice? Did you fill up an entire sheet? Last week we did a great drawing of some plants and leaves. I hope you sent me your image. If you didn't, send it over. Send over today's too. I'd love to see what you're drawing. Everyone's doing a great job. We have people all over the world joining us for these drawing lessons, and I'm just so blessed, and it's such a treat to see everyone's drawings come to me. So please send them my way. Today we are going to have some fun drawing some dinosaur cartoons. So we're going to do some practice with lines and circles, and then we are going to practice some eyes, noses, and mouths, and then we're going to make some cute little dinosaurs that I hope you guys enjoy and make you smile. All right. What are we going to do today? We're going to draw with, we'll do a pen. All right. Ready to get started? Let's go. Time to do some circles. I never get sick of circles. I hope you don't either. I know we start every time with circles, but once you start to really go after the perfect circle, it just becomes such a challenge to just, can I make it just right? Have you seen any perfect circles? Have you guys done any perfect circles yet? It is a lifelong journey, a journey of discovery, trying to make the perfect circle. And also just get your hand warmed up, get your shoulder warmed up. I feel like we need to make this into a face already because we're doing faces today. So we're going to make this some sort of face here. What do you think? All right, let's keep going. Let's do some lines. A little longer lines than we did last week. This is called cross-hatching. I'm going to create some shadow and value by using different overlapping lines. But today we're going to spend a lot of time doing eyes. So circles are going to be important, as are ovals. I'm going to do some ovals. Last week we talked about imagination and we talked about replication. So there are a lot of cartoon characters that you could look at and try to practice copying and drawing. It is how I started when I was younger. When I was 4 years old, I started drawing rabbits. And I still have my 4-year-old drawing of a rabbit. And then I started drawing cartoon characters, the popular ones that were on TV. I started teaching kids in school how to draw the cartoon characters. In 5th grade, I was selected to draw the mascot for our school, and then went on to continue a journey of drawing, a journey of discovery, trying to see shapes in the world. All right, we got a lot of circles here. I feel like we're warmed up, ready to go. Actually, I might just keep using this piece of paper because there's a lot of room on it. All right. So we're going to start by drawing just a bunch of different eyes. We've already started that process, but we're going to continue doing it now. Okay. So simply, an eye is a circle, usually 2. The eyes are looking in a direction, usually the direction where you want the person looking at your picture to be looking. So in this instance, we're going to draw an eye looking up. And that they're both facing the same direction. And then I'm going to do 2 little highlights here. You can do 1, you can do lots. And then the inner circle will be solid black. And then the pattern that I put inside of the other eye, let's just say it was looking at you, is like a sunburst. It's like a ray of light. And I just do it kind of quickly by drawing these loop shapes. And then I come around the outside perimeter and I make it a little bit darker. That helps it make it look like it's round. So that motion is just this. Now you could be more precise if you wanted to, if you wanted to draw lines straight in, pointing in. If you wanted to take into account where the sun is, so if the sun is over here and your eye is here, then maybe there's less lines where they're further apart and they get closer on this side. This is the colored part of the eye. So we're replicating that color by using these lines. And because it's a sphere, you get a little bit of shading to it. Highlights over there. Okay, see that? So that's the motion we're going to do inside of this eye. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. And if you want to start playing with color, you can. We don't do a lot of color here on the show, but if you wanted to make those some green eyes, these are my favorite pastels, Rembrandt pastels. The pigment on them is really rich, and I like them because you can really get your hands into using the pigments. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And we can just blend it with our finger. There you can see it just adds a little bit of color to the eye. Also, this eye is circular, so you can add a light shadow here. And a little shadow between the 2 eyes. Now the eyelids, depending on the shape of the eyelid, it's going to change the expression. If you guys watch Garfield, Garfield has great expressions in his eyes. It's this kind of lazy, bored look. And then you'd also shade those eyelids. So you can see how he looks kind of tired or maybe a little bit angry. These eyes over here are a little surprised. Maybe you don't want them to be too surprised. So you could add an eyelid across it, just kind of curving it around as if it's part of the shape of the eye. Add some shading. Still surprised, but not as surprised, right? All right. You could also make eyes much more simply and just using a dot. You have to add some lines usually around it to make it really feel like their eyes. But that would work for an eye as well. You could also do a single dot in the eye. Maybe he's a little bit worried. Right? You could do more human-looking eyes. In this case, there would be an eyelid right over here. And I usually darken this outside left side a little bit. And then you can add a slight shadow where the eyelid overlaps the eye. You could do, let's see, let's keep going with this theme of eyes like this. Looking sideways. You could do crazy eyes. Let's see, here's some other eyes. This is kind of classic Disney eyes. Where's he looking? He's looking over here. All sorts of eyes. There's no right or wrong. Whatever you want to draw, just have fun with it. The keys are making sure that there's an expression and that they're looking somewhere. Unless they're oogly-eyed and then they're kind of knocked out, a little bit dizzy, and then maybe they're not looking in the same direction. But normally they'll look in the same direction. All right, now we're going to play with some noses. Noses can be fun. They can be a simple oval, a little bit of a highlight, and then color in the rest. They could be a simple circle. They could be, if you're looking front on with the nose, they could be like that. You could just do a line, show you a line like that. I think that's the Garfield nose. You can do a modification of this one where it's who needs a nose? I don't know. Draw it over here. The nostrils like that. And then we have a little bit of shading in here. You could do a nose that's moving upwards. I don't know if you know who Popeye is, but Popeye had a nose similar to this. It could be a nose from the profile. Like that. Could just be 2 little nose holes. All right, and now we're going to do a few mouths. So at the simplest, you have a cheek and a circle line. You can add some teeth to that. Another circle line. So for teeth, I don't normally like to outline all of the teeth. It looks a little bit too forced or more like braces, but just giving a hint of where the teeth are. People understand. And then you can add some shadow. Or you could add a bottom lip. Maybe there's a shadow under the bottom lip. And then maybe there's a nose. Let's see what nose we want to do. You could also do a mouth that's not smiling. Maybe he's a little bit angry. You could do my favorite, just because it's easy, is the tongue inside an open mouth. It's just really fun, and it's very happy. It's very joyful. So we can add that to this guy who's a little bit grumpy, but maybe he's actually really happy. Look at that. So you can change that expression. You could also do an open mouth. So say the mouth is a sideways view. Yeah. What else? You could do a bit larger lips. Lips, the bottom lip has shadow on the lower side and then usually a highlight at the top. And the upper lip tends to all be in shadow. You could just do a simple line like that. You could have his tongue sticking out. You could have it open a little bit. Just have a little bit of shadow to it. Makes it feel alive. You do a side profile of lips. running out of room on my piece of paper. All right, I'll do a couple more. So with the bottom lip, it's nice to do contour lines. I can't do it with that pen that gets too thick, but I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can start to curve it around. It really starts to give some dimension to the bottom lip. And the top lip, as I said before, is almost all in shadow. The darkest spot is going to be the corner of the lips. So you can make those areas really dark. All right, should we do some more? You feel like you got it? All right, I think we're good. I think we're ready to do some dinosaurs now. I hope that was fun. I hope that was educational for you. I want you to go find some different styles, come up with what's unique for you, what you feel comfortable doing, and explore and try different things. And we'll get to do that a little bit today. I'm going to switch to a pencil. Feeling like a pencil. All right, hopefully you can see this. This is a turquoise filmograph pencil. This is what I used when I was doing animation. And it's just a really great pencil. We're going to start with, actually, wait, I need to show you the video. I put together a video of a couple different types of dinosaurs. So we'll just do one today, but there are lots of different dinosaurs. Here's some fun cartoon dinosaurs, which is what we're going to be creating. So you can kind of pick whichever dinosaur you want to draw. But we're going to do something similar to these. But just to go back again a little second, you can see all the different types and styles. Remember, we talked about imagination and replication. Here, we're going to do a little bit of replication. It'll help us to look at an actual dinosaur so that when we create our cartoon, it's based on an actual, or what we think an actual dinosaur looks like. Okay, so I'm put that to the side here. And we're going to draw, actually I do need to have it up. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, so we're going to do a cartoon drawing of the Brontosaurus. We're going to start with a circle for the head, and then his long neck as it extends down, and then another large circle oval for his body, and then his left rear thigh will be an oval, as well as right rear thigh, and then his front leg on the right is going to be long, tall, and skinny. You can see how in the picture I'm kind of copying the same position of their body. It helps me to understand how the anatomy of the dinosaur connects together. I'm going to extend the tail out towards the back. And then finish the neck as it wraps around and curves down to the belly. And then the front rear the front leg that's kind of pushed back in the distance there. All right, so it's important to see how shapes form as you're doing a drawing. So as you're looking at the dinosaur you picked, making sure to find out where those circles are, where the ovals are. I'm going to drop a horizon line in here. And then we're going to put in some mountains because every dinosaur scene has mountains, right? Okay. We're going to do a cross for the face so we know where the eyes go and where the nose goes. It also helps understand the position of how he's facing. So this dinosaur is looking at us, kind of turned 3/4 view. And I'm going to extend that center line down his neck, down his belly, and then out through the tail. And now we're going to drop in his eyes and round out his nose. Add some nostrils here. Little point on the nose that wraps around the nostril and then turns into a smile. And then his mouth is going to be just slightly open. He's happy. Oh, look, it's Harry. Harry's here. Hi, Harry. You drawing on my picture earlier today. Was that you with the red pen? Oh, you're such a funny guy, Harry. Oh, thanks for coming. Did you have a fun day? Oh, that's awesome. Well, we are drawing a dinosaur here. Yeah, we're about to put the eyes on the dinosaur. You want to watch us do the dinosaur eyes? All right. Maybe we should do some hairy eyes for the dinosaur. Would that be fun to do? All right. Let's see. Let's look at some of these eyes. See which ones are like Harry's. Let me just draw some new eyes. Let's draw Harry's eyes. And then we can put them onto the dinosaur. So just grab this. Let's grab a piece of paper here and draw his nose, 2 circles for his eyes. He's got big dark eyelids curving around his eye. We'll just do a fun little quick sketch of Harry here. You can feel free to join along, or you can keep working on your dinosaur. Now he's kind of looking up to the right-hand side. It's nice to have Harry join us. It's always nice to have some friends come along and draw with us. I hope you have some friends drawing with you there today. I'm going to add some shadow to his eyes just to make them feel like they're really round, and his eyelids are blue. So we're going to add some light shading there to add some value to the eyelid. Well, if you don't have friends joining you today, invite them next week. Send them the link. Love to have some friends join you, or invite them over to your house. You can draw together. Then you can send me both of the images you guys create. We're going to make his mouth here. He's got his tongue in the bottom. And in the background, his throat and epiglottis. And we'll just shade that in. And we'll add a little bit of tone because it's a different color inside of his mouth. So, and now we'll finish the hair around his head. His fuzzy head. And he's got the tall hair on the top. Oh, and we're gonna make sure we do his ears too. His pointy ears. And do the one on the other side. Oh, and his goatee. Can't forget his little patch of fur under his bottom lip. And then we'll finish the hair around his head. And there we go. We got a picture of Harry. So we can take those eyes and we can drop them on our dinosaur. Harry would like that a lot. I'm going to switch back to my pencil. All right, so we're going to draw those circles for his eyes. And we'll just do what we just did for Harry's eyes on. Add some dark lines for his eyelids on both of them. Now you can feel free to add whatever eyes you want to your dinosaur. And if there's any drawings you want to do for next week, feel free to drop a comment down below. Let me know what animal or creature or landscape you want to draw, and we can make it happen. If you like this video, make sure your parents like and subscribe so that these videos can keep coming to you. All right, so we're going to continue darkening the outside line of the dinosaur's neck, add some contour lines to his back, and then create his belly using that center line. We'll wrap the outline of that belly down his neck and around his belly. And we're just going to darken in his front leg and shade his knee. And add a slight curvature to that front leg so you can feel like there's some muscle curvature there, and add some shadow. All right, and the back thighs also has some big musculature to it. And then same with the lower leg. We're going to give him elephant feet and elephant toes. And it's going to add some shadow there on the left-hand side. And some shadow on the thigh as well. And add some shadow under the belly. All right, add some shadow to the tail. And then come back and we're going to finish up the front leg. And add some curvature to those muscles as well, and darken in his toes, add some shadow there to the leg. And then for the legs in the back, we're going to make them pretty basic shapes. They're far back in the distance, and so you're not going to be able to see a lot of detail. And we'll shade them in so they recess away. And I'm just going to add some shadow to the feet so that it feels like he's standing on his ground. And just darken in the neck here. I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait to see what you guys create, which dinosaur you picked out. Now, as a bonus treat, we're going to outline him with a felt tip pen. It's just going to help make him really stand off the page. So you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but it makes the drawing feel really finished. So we're just going to trace over all the lines that we created and not worry about the pencil lines we don't want. And if you want, you can come back through and erase many of them so they just disappear. So just following each line that you already have made and just darkening them. Just adding some dark lines to his mouth, shading the front of his nose, adding some shadow to his eyes. In this process of adding some ink to the drawing really makes it helpful if you want to reproduce the drawing. So if you wanted to make a photocopy of it or photograph it or send it to me so I can share, this inking really makes it stand off and pop off the page. Whereas pencil line is a little bit light and can be missed. So just adding some shadow. You can see I'm not super precise. I'm really just trying to add some value to the page. So don't get hung up by perfection. Drawing is a journey of discovery. So you're just trying to discover what you see and how can you translate the 3D world into a 2D world. And you're just going to continue to grow and learn as you keep practicing and seeing the world, seeing where the circles are in the world, seeing where the shadows are. And your art is going to get better and better. So just outlining the back, finish up the rear thigh. Add some darker shadow underneath that front left leg. Really help push this belly backwards. Finish up the left rear leg, darkening those toes. All right, add some shadow to the tail, wrap that belly line around. And now we'll just finish up the horizon line and darken those mountains. I can't wait for you guys to see the drawings you sent in this week. They are fantastic. They are all really great. Some great practice circles and some fantastic desert scenes and cactus drawings. Great job today, everybody. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Send me your photos. I want to see them. Like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. Have them join these free educational classes so everybody can learn how to draw. Make sure you practice your circles, your lines. Practice some eyes, noses, and mouths. Come up with your own special style. And then we're going to see you next week. And now we're going to kick off and look at some other pictures that you sent for me from the previous week. Wow. Ah. Good job, kids. Thanks for sending in your pictures. They look really awesome. We were so excited to get them. They were really great, yeah? It was really, really fun. All right, we're going to put some up here for you. Different pictures for you guys to celebrate and recognize your friends. Thanks for watching today, everybody. You all did a good job. Make sure you put some comments down below. If there's other pictures that you want to see, put it down below. We can draw anything we want. You just let me know and I can teach you how to draw it. Make sure you also give a thumbs up, subscribe if you like the video, and we'll see you again here next Saturday.